How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2.
Delay of game, offense.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Again, Ryan buying time to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. Dalton here from the gun. To the left side here for Eifert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. Ryan forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Good job, fellas.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 65 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So Matt Ryan of the offense down by 10, a minute 14 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And Ola coughed it up, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Face up, lead. 51 to Mike. Cut.
Mix in with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. Thanks for playing the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down to the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, It's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what. And it's caught. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Passing, it's Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 at a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Green with a catch left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to A.J. Green. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This will be Dalton again. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. To throw here, Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Offense.
He didn't even Trying to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To throw is Ryan. Dancing to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So that one will be accepted. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Here's Ryan to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Let's go, folks.
And let's shift our attention to this defensive unit as they march back onto the field. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. Now, how often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block it. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block them, they'll bring 3, and that 3rd guy will get through. So when you want to max protect there, meaning getting everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end, and your running backs, try to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
1st and 10 for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down. Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So Dalton now. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 42 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Hey, 52. Mike 52. Hey, 59. Ready. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an...
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5. To throw again is Ryan. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. The safety, T.J. Ward, in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Dalton here from the gun. He finds his running back, Mixon. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 66 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
20.
Here's Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ryan. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and his pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tommy Bohannon, the fullback, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
59, ready. That's 25. Wait. Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not straight.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Ryan will throw again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. And Dalton to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Real estate's been pretty hard to navigate up the middle, hasn't it? Been real tough for them to run the football.
Another example there, but when they try to bounce it outside, the numbers have been to the advantage defensively there, too.
Yeah, once they took care of the middle, that allowed those linebackers and secondary guys to run to the ball on the perimeter. But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And caught, right side, Green. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 42 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Let's go.
So, Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 7, a minute 47 on the clock. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down by William Jackson. 2 yards on the pick.
They go play action with Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Switch. 61. Matchbox right.
Ryan to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Watch out.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works is Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge, you can always restart and try again. We'll see you next time.